All right, TGIF, man. TGIF in South Georgia. Today is Friday. It is a dreary Friday. I've kind of been on the road today. I had to go down to Tallahassee and finish up a project down there. I made it back home safe and sound, so that's great. Before I get into what I want to talk about today, I just want to remind everybody that we are holding 2 fiber classes. We only have 2 classes right now that have open seats. Everything else is sold out. So if you're looking for fiber training, then we will be in Hollandale Beach, Florida let me look at the dates, on April the 22nd through the 26th, Hollandale Beach, Florida. This will be at Vertical Cable's headquarters. You do not want to miss this class. It's going to be awesome to be there. I'm very appreciative of them and their support for my program. A couple of weeks later, in May the 6th through the 10th, we will be in Marietta, Georgia at Advantage Electronics. We'll be doing a week-long training there. Both those training sessions are for the FOA, CFOT, Certified Fiber Optic Technician. You get certified in fiber. Very good classes. So if you need information on those, let me know. Now, to get to where we want to talk to today, let's talk alarm systems today, right? I've been doing alarm systems for quite a long time, and have several hundred customers that we run out of South Georgia here, and you know, we've seen a huge shift into getting everything on a cellular platform. So you know, it's easier for us to reboot, firmware upgrades, provide a little bit better service. When a customer calls, we can log in and we can see different aspects of their system, what zones are bad, and we can help walk them through things better. But it's good to know the trouble before we go out there so we can be prepared, and that's what it allows us to do. So that being said, there's a system called a Honeywell Vista 20, which is really one of the most popular systems, especially here in the southeastern part of Georgia. All the big brands, your ADTs, your Brinks, whatever they were at the time, they all used Honeywell. Everybody used the Honeywell Vista 20. It was one of their most popular systems, so there's a lot of them still out there today. We get a lot of them on takeovers. We have a lot that we've put in, and we want to get those upgraded to a cellular platform so that we can work on them remotely and troubleshoot them. The 2 most popular ones that I use are going to be through Alarm.com, which is going to be the SIM module for Alarm.com, or the Alula Connect platform. Both of them are very good. The Alarm.com, this is what it looks like on the inside. It wires up just like a keypad. On the keypad bus, it does have these external antennas that are external to the box that make it a little bulky. You have to stick those to the wall. It does provide a little bit of better connectivity, but they do wire to the keypad bus. So that's only 4 cables, power, positive, negative, and then transmit and receive is what you get on those. And then for the Alula, it comes in a little same style box like that. The antenna is actually mounted inside of here, so you don't have that hanging out like that. But it's pretty much the same thing, positive, negative, transmit, receive. There are a couple of other features here that I don't use on this particular model, but they're both LTE. The Alula also has the ability to have Ethernet connected to it, and it has built-in Wi-Fi to it too. So very good units. Now what we want to do is let's look at some of the programming, look at the process of putting one of these things in. For both units, you do have to activate what's called a virtual keypad. All the systems usually can hold multiple keypads, so you have to go in and activate one of the extra keypad buses on there so that the system can be programmed through one of these units. They do use 2 separate keypad numbers, but for the same system, but each one does a little bit different. So you go in and you activate that keypad, you hook the unit up, you reboot the system, and then the module kind of takes over. So for the Alarm.com, it goes through this boot up process where it searches every single command and it pulls all that information into the cloud, and then it's able to hold that information and it can push it back and forth. You can upload it or download it. The Vista panel is built on codes like star 29, star 41, star 42, star 56 for your zones. And you're at the keypad and you're punching all these numbers in. So the Alarm.com has brought all of those codes into shortcuts. pretty much on the command catalog here that you can go through. So it has all the shortcuts, all down here that you can click on and set all the settings that you want to just by looking at whatever code you want to look at, and you put it in here. You can also build out multiple user codes, push firmware upgrades. You can do a lot through this platform. You can look at the sensors settings. You can see if they're open and closed, all that kind of stuff. So it's really a pretty cool platform. The only thing I kind of hesitant about it that I don't like is the delay. Anytime you make a change, it's going to give you a pop-up and say it's going to take 2 to 5 minutes to make this change. 2 to 5 minutes to make this change. And then you really don't get a confirmation back until you go look at the history log. So you can go to the history, and then you can look up and see that it responded. So there's just a little bit of a delay there with what goes on with the system. And sometimes that can be a little bit of a hindrance if you're in a hurry, or even if you have a bad signal, it may even take longer to get those requests to go through. But all in all, the Alarm.com platform has been really good. I'm pleased with it. I'd say on a scale of 10, let's give it a 7 or an 8, that kind of a deal. I do like it, and it does work really well. For the Alula platform, it is a little different. It pushes a little bit different. You activate the keypad, you reboot it, you register the MAC address with the platform, and everything comes up. It has a little bit of an overview like this. It gives you all the greens mean you're good. That means it's communicating. It doesn't have any active alarms. It tells you your master code is good. It can tell you about low branch. So this is just kind of an overview of the system. Green is good, red is bad. If you have anything red, you know exactly what to go look at. Same thing, you can go to some of the panel settings. They've got some hot buttons here for turning on quick arm. You can turn on chime. You can enable the chime. You can disable the chime. Zone restores. You can build out your users. You can look at your zone settings and see what you're looking at. The one thing that I do like about this that just gives it an edge over Alarm.com is this virtual keypad. So I'm kind of old school with the alarms. I can sit in front of this keypad and I can kind of work my magic. I can almost blindfolded go through the whole programming of this keypad. I've done it for so many years. I know it by heart, and I can walk the customer through it. If a customer's in front of one, I can get them to do things through it. They don't know what they're doing, but I can hear it chiming back, and I know that it's doing what I've asked it to do, what they're telling it to do, just by pushing the buttons. So this gives me the ability to be behind. If the customer's on the phone with me, I can say, all right, you type in this code, and I'll get the confirmation that pops up on the screen. Or I can ask them, hey, give me a minute, let me type in some codes, let me do some things here. I can clear your trouble. I can turn your chime on and off. I can go in and check your zones. I can change the zone type from a perimeter to an entry-exit. So you can do a lot with that virtual keypad, and then as I'm doing that on the phone with them, I can hear it beeping, giving me the confirmations that I like to hear. So, this to me puts it just a little bit over the edge of the Alarm.com. The unit themselves, I would probably say the Alula is probably $100 to $120. The Alarm.com module is very comparable to that, $120, $125, depending on who you get it from. Tit for tat, pretty much on the pricing structure is kind of what features you want. But this feature right here is the selling point to me. I would prefer to have this when I'm troubleshooting. I want to see this keypad because it just feels like I'm right in front of the system, and I'm able to work on it a lot better. So that's my 2 cents worth. I'd love to hear what you guys say. I'd like to see what you guys think about these 2 products. If you've ever tried any, put some in the comments. Just let me know what you think, and we can talk about it. All right. Peace out. Y'all have a good weekend. See ya.